Hi guys, how's everyone doing today? Good morning, good afternoon. Let me use this panel for a second. There you go. Hi everyone. Hello everyone. Today I have today's a special day. We're gonna be showing Valhalla, which is a new map. It's been made, still in the works. It's been made by Dave. He's one of the modders. He's one of the guys. He's a mod. It's a custom map being made for Ark Survival, and so far, right now we're on our test server. I'm gonna interview Dave. We're gonna be talking about the map, what the goal is with the map, and so far, like this is the map. This looks amazing. Look at this. Well, it's kind of dark, but it looks gorgeous. All right, Dave, how you doing, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay. Excellent. So, well, it's dark. And I can't see a single thing. I finally figured out the command for infinite stats.
Oh, very good. I made some torches. Don't worry. I'm prepared.
Oh, I'm prepared. We should probably wait for daylight. I don't know what the settings are. I'm pretty sure nighttime should go quick. Yeah, it's going down quick. Let me just give the Pteranodons infinite stats. I think that's the command. Nope. Alright, well, I guess that's another command.
You want this one? I can just fly around. Oh, I see you're done. Okay.
I'm good.
What if I worked for this one and not the other one?
No, the Tyranno's level 3, you are level 30. Well, we're gonna have to go out there and survive and wait until daytime. But tell me a little bit more about the map. Like, what is the idea behind Valhalla? Like,
Sure. Basically, we like the original art map, but we wanted something a little bigger, a little more, where you'd kind of like go over a mountain and you'd be like, holy crap, that's awesome. And so we just spent a lot of time kind of working around our landscape and figuring out what worked well for that. And then basically we have 4 guys that we're all friends in real life. We work together, and we decided, hey, look, let's go ahead and just try to make this work. So basically we want a huge, large map with some interesting different biomes. Nothing super out of this world, like aliens or anything. We want to kind of keep it so kind of mountain-esque. We want to have like we have a swamp we're working on. We're getting the snow foliage done. We'll go see that once it's daytime. And some custom trees that we're working on right now, which actually we're testing over here. These guys. This is like a pine bush. And this like colorful kind of Japanese tree, and then a pine tree. The pine tree we didn't do. That's actually a gift from the company we use for the software for the trees, but it's still pretty cool. So we're gonna try to put that in. We just have to do some work to reduce their poly counts, because right now they're like 4 times as dense as the arc trees, so it's not good.
Okay.
But one of the more interesting things we like are, you kind of talked to me earlier about caves. We like caves a lot. Now, obviously, you don't want to make caves too powerful, because then people are just sitting there. They don't need to do anything. Like, you don't want to have all your resources around one cave, but we still want to make them fun and, you know, an advantage to have. We have a mix of small and big caves. We'll go see those. We also want to make dungeons. So you know how, like, in the Ark map, you have little caves and dungeons where you go and kind of you complete it, you get like a reward or something. And we want to have almost like a tiered kind of dungeon system where you go, you get a thing to open the next dungeon, and maybe you got to get 3 to open the big one. We're working on like the doors and mechanisms and all the coding for that right now, but that's farther down the road. We just want to get like a playable map that's fun, and then we'll work on that stuff later. But that's going to be what's really interesting, where it's more about kind of a progression as far as that goes than actually. That's another thing. Instead of having the loot drops, we want to. either going to have those and this, but a different. We don't like the big beams that go up in the sky. Maybe some other more interesting kind of whirly effect. I don't know, not just a big beam. But we're going to have some of those, and then also the same function that those have in the ends of the dungeons, and so it works with not just like say a loot crate, but when people make the mods for like better loot drops and things, it'll affect those as well. So it'll also change, and you have the full ability to control the types of gear that get spawned in the ends of the dungeons. That's our whole goal here, is just to provide a cool platform people can change and edit it to how they want, instead of, you know, saying us being like, oh, this is how we want it to be, this is how it's going to be. It's more of like creating a open platform that's an awesome landscape that gives people just tons of configuration options for what they want to do.
Let me ask you, what is the goal size for like an average cave? Like how big are the caves? How big are you planning to make the caves?
I mean, well, big one's pretty big. I mean, like I'm pretty sure one of the caves is like a half the size of this bay here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we can go look at it. I can go show you.
We can go look. Oh, let's do it.
Here, I'll show you the small cave first. It's over here, and then we'll go to the other caves. The small cave was the first one we did. It's actually on a photo on our workshop page. It's kind of a cool place. It was like our test, like to see, hey, this is gonna work or not. Also, you might see some floating trees or foliage. The editor does that when we rebase everything after we change landscape. Okay. So just don't worry. Every time we change something, we have to go in through and fix everything else. This riverbed here is going to be a river. Right now, there's no rivers innately in Ark, so we have to go and code our own, which is actually more difficult than I thought it was going to be. But this is going to be some kind of rolling creek right here.
Hold on, I'm out of stamina.
Oh, that's right, I forgot.
My birdie does not have infinite stats for some reason.
I'll come back down. I forgot.
So this will be an entire river.
Yeah. Kind of like a bunch of rocks. Ow.
Something's attacking.
Yeah, it's just we're working out all the tools to create that inside of Ark. So actually, I was working on that just now. So
what is the biggest issue or problem have you run so far about making this map?
Oh God, lots of things. I don't even know if I could pick out one thing. Like I was saying, with us not having tons of experience around the editor or just game development tools in general, everything is a new challenge, and which is fun. It's fun to learn. This is one of the small caves.
Oh wow, it's behind a waterfall. Excellent.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And right now it rains in the cave, but don't worry.
Okay.
But yeah, so all this you can build on. You can build on this rock up here. It's all set to landscape. We're going to have a bunch of these kind of throughout, not all under waterfalls, but just a bunch of small kind of caves that are good to build in.
Will there be any resources on these caves, or?
Yeah, we'll put, not a lot, maybe like some rocks or maybe some crystals, but nothing too big. Like I said, we want to try to, no balancing has gone into this at all. Like, we literally just put down the resources in certain spots so people can play. And, you know, let us know how they like it and test it out, because that's our most valuable feedback right now, is, here, I'll stick close to the ground in case you gotta go down.
I think it worked. I'm not running out of stamina now.
Oh, okay, cool. Right, I mean, right now this is so, and our 25% completion number on our site is representative of the amount of work we have to do still, not necessarily like 25% of the map is completely done. There's nothing on the map that we're like, oh, this is done. Like, everything is work in progress right now. Like how there's no trees over here, because we need to fix our swamp biome.
Okay. Besides I know you showed me a tree just at the beginning of the stream. Are you planning to add any other custom assets besides that?
Yeah, definitely. That was just our test. We have probably 20 more trees that we're working on. It's
Oh
just we
wow.
want to make sure they look good and they run well in the game because it's not even just making something that looks good. It makes sure that if we have, say, hundreds of those trees, that it doesn't lag out the player when they're running around if they're too high density or high poly. So it's this interesting balancing act that we're still getting used to. Um, I always forget how large this is because when we're in the editor, we can just fly around like, and then everything seems so
Yeah,
small. Now
it's gigantic. It's like
if you look over to the left, you can see the snow biome we're making. There's that large snow biome, and then also snow caps along just the higher parts of the map to kind of even it out. But we wanted to have like a large kind of snow area with snow caves, which would be cool as well.
oh, so sounds amazing. So you plan to add a snow biome? You said you also mentioned swamp biome. Are you planning to add maybe a lava kind of
Yeah,
area?
actually, we want to have. I was talking about those dungeons earlier.
Yeah.
The last dungeon's going to be kind of this volcanic. Um, we don't know if it's going to be inside a volcano or if it's going to kind of go through one like a lava tube up into it. We're still working that out, but definitely want to have that going on. It's right now we're just kind of still working out everything else. We almost have most of the foliage filled in. We just have a few zones left we want to do. Then we'll be solid, and then we can start working on the more kind of advanced things. We just want to make sure we get enough of a platform out there that people can go play everywhere and make sure all the landscape works. They don't fall through or anything. People have been awesome. They like just today. Every time I log on, it's always awesome to see on Steam. People are like, "Hey, look, this this is cool. Or try this. This doesn't work," and we go and apply that toward what we're doing. Oh, I just crashed. I think. Hold on.
You try it, they're still flying for me.
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I'm going. Hold on.
Oh, my
Hopefully I
game
don't
for a
die.
second. Oh, my game actually crashed as well.
Yeah, that area. Well, sometimes when it loads like a ton of stuff, um, it'll crash and you log back in. You're good to go. And that's what the whole kind of streaming and trying to optimize everything comes into play.
Okay. That actually happened to me a few times in the actual game. On the main servers. See if I can rejoin the server.
Yeah, every time we've had this oh, and I got killed by a saber tooth.
I'm rejoining right now.
Yeah, it doesn't. The server stability is good. It's just there's a few. I think there's two zones that. Well, at least that was one I didn't know about, but that have that issue.
I'm dying to the same server. Actually, I'm not dying to the server. I gotta kill myself.
Now I have a problem. I can't fly.
I gotta go back there. I'm not dying to the silver tooth. So I need to figure out how to kill myself. Is there a command to kill myself? Actually, I could probably teleport to you. Let's see. I gotta figure out this command to teleport back to you.
all good.
I don't remember the command. Alright, there we go. Now I'm drowning. Which reminds me, for underwater, are you planning to have any underwater areas, like underwater cave
yeah.
or like
Yeah, we actually there's the first cave we did was actually a test for underwater caves. It's probably the size of like a Walmart parking lot, pretty big. And then we have a lot of underwater coral that you can swim through and go up. We're gonna make a lot more because we really like the idea of the whole underwater, like scuba gear, which sad is we actually haven't even played with that because we've been working on the map.
see, I respawn. I'm back at the same area where I
Okay.
spawn by default. I'm gonna run to the river where that same house is. Who built? I have no idea who built that house in my server.
So yeah.
Oh, he's one of my viewers. Okay.
Oh no. I don't want to hit that trike.
He's down. Alright, this is spawn. And Pteranodon. Damn it. I gotta be quick when I spawn these things. There we go. Oh, we gotta spawn another one. There we go. Alright, let me get on yours so I can give you infinite stats.
Ah, that's right, that's right.
That should do it.
Okay. Here we'll go a different way, just in case. Although whenever we've had a crash, we usually don't have one again in that same area. Now, no guarantees it won't happen in a different area, but hopefully we'll stay close to the ground. Hopefully
Yeah,
she doesn't kill us,
it's a work in progress.
of course. It's kind of like those places I was talking about where, like, if we're playing a game, you come across a mountain and you see, like, just this huge valley and the ocean and snow-capped mountains and stuff. You're like, oh, damn, I want to go over there and look at those, and you can.
Is that mountain to the left? Is that gonna be the snow biome?
Yeah, the big one. And then you can see one to the right here that's like kind of a smaller one up on top, just like on a snow line.
Damn.
And we were debating whether or not just to have them all kind of snow-capped or not, but we wanted to have a really large snow biome and then have just little ones kind of spread out everywhere. And the part we have most of... Oh my gosh. Okay, don't go over here. There's some kind of spawn thing going on.
Oh,
Turn around.
wow.
Turn around.
Oh, holy
So many
shit.
spawns.
I'm turning around. Okay, good. I have no idea what that is.
It probably is just one of the spawn volumes doesn't have a proper container on it. That's good to know. Okay, let's go this way.
Good to know. Good to know. I can just wait until the map comes out and like forget to like remove that part and like people run to like it's a massive battle going on down there.
It's hard. It's the hard zone island.
They actually have one like that in the actual island on the main game. There's an area, specific area, but there's always a battle going on. like near the south side of the map.
That's basically our desert island, which I probably should have gone there, but that's okay.
Well, wait, you gonna have a desert kind of area?
Yeah, which was gonna be kind of tough in this, you know, kind of what we're going for theme-wise.
Yeah.
We really wanted to have like an arid place that was just hard with some good dungeons in it. You can actually see a little bit of it to the left. It's in between the place we came and the snow island down there.
Okay.
It's its own separate island. It actually looks pretty good. It works out well being separate from everything. All right, so we'll fly up over here because I don't think I've had any issues going over here.
Now, when it comes to the minerals, like the issue, one of the issues with R is like you have to everything. There's specific areas where you can find metal. It's hard to find metal south. How is that gonna work in this map? Like when it comes to resources.
We're going for realistic placement now. That meaning like obsidian, you know, rare in high elevation areas. Metal, more popular in high elevation areas. We might find some in caves. Crystals, we're planning on desert, caves, and maybe some underwater caves too. Definitely snow caves. So you got like kind of rare flowers kind of spread out. You know, we're still working on all that, but our goal is to be as, you know, realistic as possible. So if someone's like, I need to go find crystals, where would that be? Well, crystals might be in a cave somewhere, so let's go find that. I think Ark has it generically kind of sorted that way, and it works pretty well. I just think we're gonna make it a little more placed. Yeah, I don't really know how to say that, but more just organized, I guess.
It's just snow.
And also, the dino spawns are turned up kind of high by default, so just know that.
Okay.
It's to test everything and make sure that, you know, no matter how many spawns we have, if people want to make, like, if people want to have, you know, like a 2 times dino spawn, doesn't crash anything, so that's why there's going to be a lot of dinosaurs you'll see.
Now, when it comes to snow, will it actually be like a snow falling down? Like, you know how it's rain?
Yes, 100%.
Oh.
We actually have a blizzard set up already. We just are working on.
Blizzard. Nice.
Yeah, we're actually just working on how to kind of best give it to the player instead of having it just be everywhere, orient it around. This is the first cave. This isn't the one I was going to show you, but this is one of them. Kind of large. Oh, I don't know if we can fly in there or not. Oh, yeah, we can. Nope.
Probably not.
We can go on the other side. Let's go over here. It goes through the whole mountain and comes out this other side here. Might have to change the collision on them. I'm not sure. Let's yeah, we can go on this side. Yeah. And again, rain's in the cave, but don't worry. We'll resolve that. There's just the big cave here, and there's like little areas you can go up behind, which you can't fly up there. But
right. Because I noticed one of the issues in Ark is like this specific caves that you can just fly down with the Pteranodon. It's just because the cave becomes just too easy. Especially you're going for artifacts.
This is not like a dungeon cave. That's just to build your base cave.
Okay.
Same thing with down here. Down here is the big cave I was talking about. This is the one we actually made whole separate landscape for. Oh, it's foggy. Holy crap.
I can't see it. Oh, wow. No, I can't tell it's gigantic. Just coming in.
Man. Now I'm sad it's always raining because we can't see anything.
No, I can't see anything. We can wait until the fog goes away. I'm just gonna hover here in the river because I lost you. I don't see you. I'm still like on the entrance of the cave.
Okay, I see you.
So how many hours have you guys put so far making this map?
Oh, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
So you said it's 4 people working on this map constantly?
Yeah, I'm doing kind of level design and caves and just core blueprints and code, and then we have a guy doing custom trees and assets and textures, and then 2 guys doing foliage and placement as far as that goes, like trees and bushes and shit. I'm not sure if this fog is going to go away or not. It might. I think this is the separate fog, not the fog from the rain.
Oh. We could always come back to this area once the fog goes away.
Yeah, we'll fly back. So we'll go out. We'll come back. We'll go to our other environment. It's like kind of like a dense. It's not like Japanese, but it's kind of colorful. That's what that orange tree is for. Back at spawn, we just put all this stuff there that we're testing, so it's easy to spawn in, make sure it works, and then instead of having to fly around everywhere, we're gonna add those over here along with some larger trees.
Guys, if you have any questions for Dave, who's one of the map designers, throw me questions on chat, by all means.
You want me to answer people on your stream?
Yes. One of them is asking, what's this experience they have? Do you guys have working on the
0.
0? There you go. 0 experience. Man, for 0 experience, you guys have done amazing work so far. Have you had any experience with Unreal Engine in general? Cause
no.
Okay.
Besides playing Unreal Tournament, no.
Okay. Hey, I used to play a lot in Unreal Tournament. There you go.
Yeah. So this is kind of like it's not 100% done yet. We want to add those more kind of color here, but we were kind of going for kind of a with the ground clutter adds a lot. But
one of my viewers are asking, are you planning to add any new like player items like weapons or anything like that, like you can find in the map?
Sure, the answer to that's no, and the reason is to do that we have to convert to a total conversion mod, and as much as that would be fun and awesome, that takes away from the ability to stack mods on top of each other. So say if you wanted to add someone's cool armor pack they made on the workshop along with playing the map, I think the fog went away. You're right. Yeah.
Man, went away.
Okay.
Is that an area up ahead? This is no.
Yeah, we'll go over here.
That looks gorgeous.
Basically, we're not going to add any core game components besides stuff you find in the map, like the doors for the dungeons and things when you unlock them to after you get the keys and shit. Just because that one reason. This area is not done yet, but you can come see this. This is we're gonna make a bunch of pools, kind of like a cascading pools down into one big pool. This is not even close to being done, but I think there might even be a tree over. Oh, there is. If you get closer, you can see a tree. We still have to change the streaming distance on this, but. Oh, did I lose you? Oh, no, there.
Alright. Will there, when it comes to dinos spawns, like, will we find any specific dinos in there? Like, one of my viewers asking, will we find mammoths, like, in mountains or, like, the snow biodomes?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. And will there be a story specific to this map, like where, like, people can find... is there, like, a story behind this map, or, like...
Man, it's foggy again. Holy cow. I mean, maybe one tied up with the dungeons. I don't know if we're gonna put a ton, at least at first, a ton of effort into that because we want to put out just a cool map and have people have fun playing on it. The story would definitely add to that, but I don't know if that's in our top priority right now.
Okay, what about the ocean size? Is that the ocean in Ark and the main island is it's not that big when you go far in the ocean?
Huge.
Is it huge?
It's huge.
How big? and like
over here.
Okay.
Alright.
So I can like get a place to soar, build a base, and like leave it far away into the ocean.
Yeah, we can go actually fly over the ocean cave I was talking about. I don't know if we'll be able to fly down there, but man, this is gonna take forever to fly over there.
Now, maybe it's that skin. Will there be an SOTF version of this map?
Uh, we'd have to look into doing that. To be honest, I haven't at all, so I'm not sure if that'd be as simple as just running a like the conversion mod on top of that. Although probably not. We probably have to basically remake that and then put our map in there and then make spawn points and all that stuff. And then, so probably not right off the bat. Although, you know, we could. But I haven't looked into that at all, so the answer is probably no. But, you know, if we get done with everything, we decide, hey, look, let's add a, you know, survival of the fittest to it, then maybe we can work on that, but that would probably be a huge task.
Okay.
So here's like a quick view of like one side, and this is just like the northern, like, eastern side. And it's not even ocean really, it's a bay, and inside there we're gonna have just tons of coral and you know, cool places to have bases and caves. Like that's what I was talking about earlier, as far as we really like the whole underwater aspect of Ark, which is fun. It's a different way to play instead of just, you know, having a trike and a T-Rex.
Of course, are you planning adding any custom assets for like underwater?
Yeah. Right now we don't have any, but we want to make specific caves that, because right now we just build caves out of multiple rocks and fuse them together and call it good, put some foliage on them. We want to make some interesting things. We don't really know quite what yet, because we've been focused mainly on the landscape and then using the already integrated Ark assets to make the underwater. But still working on it, definitely. We want to put as much custom work into it as we can. It's just that's the hardest part about not having any experience whatsoever going into this, is the whole asset creation part. Because putting down the Ark assets is realistically just pretty simple, because people have already made it. You know, it works well in Ark, and all we do is create the custom landscape and place things out interestingly. But creating the custom assets is what takes a long time. But that's what we're working on right now.
Now you mentioned to me there will be blizzard. Will there any other kind of weather types, like thunderstorm?
Oh, thunder, I'm actually working on. So this is, I guess, a glimpse into what we're trying to do. So, you know, rain in Ark is just like it's raining or it's not raining. So what I want to do is create like a random value that'll be like, say, a sprinkle or heavy rain or like a thunderstorm. On heavy rain, you might see some thunder some places, and on, you know, a thunderstorm, you'd see lots of thunder. And we want to have, well, not sea thunder, but sea lightning. And one thing that I kind of want to do, and this is more just the nerdy side of me, is actually have like realistic thunder, where, you know, thunder spawns randomly on the map, and then pings distance to player, and then plays the sound after that. So you'd see the flash, and then hear the actual thunder later, which I think would be really cool, which we're working on. But we want to make it the most realistic, just like you're in there, you're like, holy crap, this is cool. That's like you know how I said we have zero experience, right? Yes. The whole reason we're doing this is just because we love to play video games, and we're trying to put everything we would think is cool inside of, you know, playing a game into this. Like we go through and just like, oh man, this is cool.
Okay, one of my viewers, Bieber, asks, is there a lot of or coding work that is required for making a map like this, like 3D?
Sure. Unreal is interesting in the fact that it runs off of what's called Blueprint, which is like visual coding or visual scripting. I don't know if you want to or not, but afterwards I can show you. But basically, for all the textures and how they blend and how they display height maps and normal maps and like world displacement, tessellations, all done through. It looks like a web of boxes that represent different functions. And so, having zero experience, that's literally what makes it possible to do this without any previous coding experience. Is I'm a real visual person in the first place, and that the way that Unreal does all of its coding is really, to be honest, kind of user friendly. There's still definitely a huge learning curve, and to master it would take years and years and years. But to get into it and start doing it, especially when you already have a game that's made like Ark and you're just changing things, you have a lot to go off of and learn from. So it's not user friendly, but definitely more than say, hey, go and code this game.
Would there be any more flying
We're almost
animals
there.
you
It's
can ride? I'm pretty sure that's not with the.
silent.
I'm pretty sure that's not with the map. That has to be with the devs themselves. Oh yeah, no, we've been flying for a while. Like, how big in size is the entire map?
I can't give. Well, the entire map is about 200 kilometers. I've been trying to import the standard Arc landscape over it so I can see exactly the comparison, but I haven't been able to. It keeps crashing. So, I think it's about 2 times as large as far as the landscape goes, and the ocean's about 3 times as large as far as like total water, but it's probably more. I don't want to oversell that because I'm not entirely sure.
Any more info? You might have
on
to ask
that.
the devs.
I hope I remember where this is, or else we're just flying out in the middle of nowhere.
Will there be any more islands? Like I see, we're flying towards an island in the middle of the ocean. Will there be more small islands like that around the map?
Definitely possible. There's a bunch right now that we just haven't seen. Hold on, let me. Actually, to be honest, we wouldn't even be able to see it anyways because it's underwater. We can't go there. But basically, out in places like this, like below us right now, is, or it's on the other island over there. I can't remember. Is a huge underwater cave with a big space in it to build. If you pull up the map, you can see it kind of like has parts discovered. We're still working on it, but we need to create a custom like undiscovered texture and then discovered texture, and then it should actually work pretty well after that. And then we need to scale the coordinates down. But we have a little bit in there. We can go as far as other stuff.
We can check that cave that we couldn't check because of the fog.
Yeah.
Now, will there be any? You said that you're planning on a volcano, or is there like a volcano area where like lava? Because
a volcano.
Yeah, volcano.
I don't think we're gonna have like a huge lava escape. I don't know if that would actually convey like a really interesting gameplay, because what we like about Ark is, as much as different biomes are awesome, we still want to have an overall theme, which we're deviating from, of course, with like the desert. But that's to add a little bit of a mix-up in like a hard zone. People have already said like, I don't want to go to the desert because there's like T-Rexes everywhere. Like it's supposed to be a hard place to go, and I don't know if a volcano, like rocky lava landscape, really fits into Ark. It sounds annoying to me where you run around and your dinos are on fire because they're stepping in lava and you can't control it. And, I don't know. That seems like it would introduce a lot of problems. But one zone that's, say, a volcano that you go in without your dinosaur, where you can't, like, we play a lot of Guild Wars too as well. We like the jumping puzzles, so we want to have some kind of like, and by dungeon I don't mean just like how Ark has their caves. We want to have like where you have to go in with like 4 people, geared up, and maybe go fight like a Carno or something, or like something that actually be challenging instead of just bats.
Now, which reminds me, we know how in Ark we have like summon the brood mother and stuff. Like, are you planning to add any of the obelisks, and or will people, like, for example, will people be like to summon a brood mother on the water, inside a cave, or a dragon inside a cave?
Yeah, we do want to do that. We don't, well, not we, but I don't really like the obelisks. The functionality, of course, you need that to have, a complete Ark experience. But I think when they're sticking up, they're just kind of, I mean, they work for the Ark map because their whole thing there is it's like, like I actually don't know the whole story, but it works into their story somehow, where it doesn't really fit here. So we want to have like kind of like ancient ruin sites that you can use the functionality of the obelisks on.
Okay.
So something a little different, but definitely still there. We want to have all the same functionality, just kind of spun differently, much like how with the loot drops, like have them only be in certain spots, and you have to go find them, not just, or summon them, and not just have them kind of out of the air. So people can still get blueprints and all that, you know.
Okay.
Here we go. We can go see a lake. Here's a lake.
Will there be a new way to claim that? That has nothing to do with the map.
Like I said, it's. I feel silly like not knowing 100% where everything is, but it's so much different when you're flying around.
There is so much different. I don't know where I am right now.
Yeah. Man, first thing I'm gonna do is go fix that island though, because that's not good. That island with like the bajillion Branos. Oh my gosh.
Now, will there be any area that has specific type of dinos? Like, for example, you know how in the Ark Island, there's like Carnivore Island, that island. Will there be an area like that where you only find carnivores or herbivores?
That's kind of like the desert right now.
Desert?
That was kind of our idea behind that. Yeah, we can go look at that. For where I am. Think we need to go. Here, hold on. I have a plan actually. I'll be able to tell you exactly where we are. Actually, I don't want to crash my game, and I'm being attacked anyways. Okay, let's just go. We'll go down. Man, that fog is nuts too. I think it's the rain fog. I don't think it's gonna go away.
Oh, it went away earlier.
Yeah, and we still have this weird shadowish show on the trees that Ark has. We're trying to figure out what causes that, but my guess is it's just an engine thing. Here, we'll go down, check one more time on the cave, and then fly over past the snow and hit the desert. And I think that'll be like the tour. I don't know how much time you want to spend on this. I got all day, but I know it takes forever to go around.
Okay, this is a good question. Is the weather gonna have any kind of extra effects? For example, like lightning strikes cause a fire or something, or an earthquake causes a tsunami? Well, I don't know. Would be able to add a tsunami, but something like that. Like, will the you say you plan a thunderstorms, but like a lightning strike, will you like any of those kinds of effects? Will like the environment?
It could definitely happen where we can have some volumetric fire going on at the lightning strike if it hits like a tree or a specific thing. That's definitely not a first step, but definitely could be done. I don't know. Being as it's so heavily foliaged, I don't know if it'd be wise to have fire that spreads because, like,
yeah,
I feel like the whole thing would just burn up. It. And at the same time, though, like having the fire spawn at the end of the maybe my answer to that.
Okay, there you go. That's a good end.
Yeah. Probably not because the lightning is gonna be more about being far away from it and hearing it and seeing it from far away, like lighting up the clouds.
Oh, of course. Okay.
Not necessarily a big focus on. I think it's not foggy anymore.
No. So this is the cave, one of the
Correct.
big caves.
Yes,
Okay.
this is an example of a big cave, and this is a separate landscape that's on the ground generated, and another one on top that we're still shaping out to make kind of a more believable cave environment. Yeah, I know it's raining in the cave, but don't worry.
Holy shit!
Want to have like
cave.
fish in here and stuff. There's places to build bases, which we've kind of like shaped out,
Holy shit! This
but,
is a fucking huge cave.
but not like made look completely natural. Like say up here, there's like a kind of a pathway to go up, which will make more like a kind of a dirt pathway instead of just a road. But you make maybe a little base up here. There's a bunch of places just along the sides that have been kind of flattened out. So it
Holy
still looks
shit.
kind of natural, but you have places to build on like a flat spot for a base. And this would be a cave like where it'd be really hard to wall off, but if you had like a huge tribe, you probably could, with a few like behemoth gates or something, and then have like some massive, just village cave.
Now, how many
trolls.
of these caves are you gonna make like more caves like this, or will
Oh,
this
yeah.
be the only cave like that?
No, bunch of caves. My count for this kind of cave probably 5. Too many, and then you run into problems of just rendering everything.
Okay.
And you can even get like land dinosaurs in here if we put a little like kind of bridge here on the left, which you can kind of see under the water. There's like this submerged rock you can walk on.
Yep.
And take dinosaurs in, go out.
Damn.
I'm glad it wasn't foggy. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's just an example of like a large cave. So that's not made with, cave materials. That's literally a whole nother map that's been put under there.
Excellent.
Okay, and then we'll fly. We'll just go up over again. We'll fly.
Now, you mentioned to me one of the dungeons. Do you have any of those dungeons complete here to show, or they're still being worked?
Unfortunately not. It's a lot of work for that, and we're trying to find a way to, because we can put out like all this like cool looking stuff, but it has, for example, say a rock is like 20. I know I keep going back to this, but like 20,000 polygons. We can go make a dungeon out of thousands of rocks that looks cool, but you can go up to it and you get like 5 frames. So we're trying to work with third-party apps that Arc uses as well to kind of keep the
everywhere.
flow the same and reduce that. The problem is a lot of them are only available to specific developers or enterprise. And they have free versions, but they don't provide nearly the functionality that those other ones do. So it's really tough to kind of work around that, which they've actually said they're thinking about adding the specific one we're talking about and to be available to everyone. It's just I'm sure they have their own battles with the software. Like, hey, we're going to distribute this to untold numbers of people. Like, is that okay?
Yeah.
Like, so it's probably a little tough as for them on that. So, but they've put out a ridiculously awesome dev kit right now. Also, we're working on the lighting, of course, and when it rains, the fog kind of looks like the water's like
Well, the
laser beam.
I know you mentioned about the snow. I know snow's coming up. The snow biome is coming up for Ark. Have you played around like if there's like the blizzard, for example, like you mentioned? Will the effect of the snow show up on the dinos? Like, will I see snow on top of my dinos? Is that possible?
Probably not, because that would require modification of the core game files. Where, if Arc implements that, then that would be shown. But we can't change that and keep it still kind of an open platform. You can see the desert kind of pretty well while it's in a break in the rain over there to the left. We'll go over there next, but it's like this terraced, rocky sand area.
You mean the island to the left, like with that huge dino area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, not like right to
not
the
the
left.
one.
It's the large
Yeah,
one
okay.
to the left,
Oh,
like
okay.
far.
Just in general, just.
There's no foliage on the snow right now because we're still making that, and it'd be really nice if Arc added their snow assets to the dev kit. They have it in there, but we can't use them until they're added to the client. Client side.
Let me ask you: have any of the devs from the actual game contact you guys, or have you heard of any of them contacting any? I know they've been in contact with some modders.
Yeah.
Have you had any contact with guys from Wildcard?
Actually, no. Just fine. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think they'd be like, "Hey, cool map, guys," but I think they. I don't know. So the answer is no.
Okay. Can you track others in the snow?
But
Now, this is the first time for me that I see snow in Ark. But are there any effects when it's not? Like, will it show my footprints when I touch the snow?
We
or
wanted
anything?
to, definitely. The problem is that's not integrated into core games. So if we can find a way to make that on like just a texture base, like maybe some effect when something passes over it, then yes. But if we can't do that and have to actually change the files, again, we're tied back to that. We want to make sure it's still an open platform for people to change their own mods. So maybe if that's within our control, certainly, because that would be awesome. Same with like sand. The fact that Arc doesn't do that probably means that we won't be able to either. But if they do, then because right now this is a custom stone texture I made, not actually the one that's going to be in Arc. And we're going to try to keep things as much Arc kind of based as possible to keep that same feel of the game, because we like that. We think it's cool. We just want a different platform to play it on. But still have our own flair, like those extra trees. They were almost to the desert place over here.
Excellent. Now you said in the desert, what will I find there? Like just T-Rexes and Spinos?
Basically, it's kind of stuff that you found on that island in the top right of the map.
Okay.
For Ark. Just lots of carnivores.
Will there be a cave in that desert area?
Yes. Oh. Yes. Definitely. It's gonna probably be where our first actual dungeon is. Lots of caves. Sorry, I think I misunderstood that. Lots of caves. Not done yet, or in there yet, of course, but lots of caves because it makes sense for it to be kind of a, pitted, like lots of small nooks and crannies to go and build bases in or hide. And then this is also gonna be where one of the larger
like
kind of raid. I keep saying raid because we used to play WoW all the time, but we kind of want that kind of a feel where you go. Or the first time we did a cave in Ark, we were so excited. We were like all pumped up, and we found out you can just like bring a saber tooth in there and just kill everything. So we want to make it so you have to go in with just people. You have to go in, kind of kitted out, geared up, and then have some maybe consumables or something, and then fight like trash mobs, like just bats and crap, and then go find the actual boss, which is like some like Carno or T-Rex, and actually be a difficult fight for a bunch of people, and make it balanced so it's not just like you don't just get one shot, but it's gonna be interesting.
So this is this area. So like you say, you are planning on adding a sandstorm effect?
Yeah.
Okay.
And right now there's just a bunch of different types of mobs here. We're gonna tone it to where it's probably just gonna be T-Rexes, scorpions, maybe some birds, but no saber-tooths, because of course those shouldn't be. Oh, watch out! Run away!
It can't kill us. Run anyway.
Yeah, I don't like it. Basically things that make sense to be in the desert. Right now it's just a bunch of stuff, but still working on it. So you can see kind of our theory over here. Yeah, where it's like just kind of an empty landscape with some rocks to give it some depth, and then have little dungeons every little places to go, and then have the one massive one kind of under that rock that's over there in the back.
Now this looks like an actual desert. Whoa. Yeah. Now, is this gonna be the only desert area, or?
Yeah, probably. Because I don't. Okay. That's the reason we had to have it kind of separated. Because it doesn't really work well with. Kind of actually. We're gonna have a savanna if that. Which it's different from a desert as far as just being kind of an arid place. More like a foliaged desert. Not quite sure. I'm not like a actual landscape guy.
So you showed me. I think you showed me one type of tree. What? Do you know what kind of trees are you planting? Like, we have palm trees on the full game. Like, what kind of trees are you planting?
Sure, I can actually name them off for you. Give me a second. Log into my. We use an FTP server to share all of our assets. I'm just gonna log into my guys. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch.
How did they do this? This is a custom map, guys. This
he just named a custom
map. We're actually gonna be adding this map into our RP PvP server.
There's 40 different trees here in the FTP server that he's made that we're still working on. But like
40.
Pine trees, Japanese maple.
Japanese maple.
Um, There's 3 trees. I don't know if you saw all 3 in the beginning, right?
I saw one. You showed me one
Oh,
top tree.
there's 3 over there. Here, I'll show you. And I think that'll be it as far as the major landscape features.
Oh wow, that's amazing. That is
I mean, you're always
amazing.
welcome to keep flying around, but there's not a ton more unless you want to go down underwater with like scuba gear. I don't know what the spawn is for that though.
Oh, that's fine. Show me the road. So far, you guys done an amazing job.
Appreciate that. Thanks.
When can I know I asked you this earlier before the stream, but when can people expect this to be released, like a public release, a stable release, for like
Yeah.
nearly completely done?
As far as playable goes, actually pretty soon. Um, we, one of my guys is doing the actual foliage and all that, and all the rocks. He's finishing the last few actual forest biomes pretty soon here, and then at that point we'll have a pretty big landscape just to play out on. As you can see, mostly everything has trees and basic things you need to play and survive. Uh, the challenge is as far as making it interesting and having those dungeons and like functionality built into that. That's just going to take a while, and that's also where unfortunately our inner experience comes into play, and I can't really say 100% when it'll be done because there could be one thing that throws us up for a loop for like a week, which we can't figure out, but someone that might have, years of Unreal experience would just be like, oh, it's this, boom, and be done. So it's a lot of research on that part, and that's one of the downsides to us not really knowing much. I'll just hop off here. So these are 3 that we were testing just to make sure they actually worked in the game. There's a pine bush, which is actually too large right now. We're gonna make it smaller, but basically it's like just a bush with pine needles. And then this is gonna go in the Japanese biome to add like some color to it. This is kind of like a short Japanese maple styled bush, and then a cedar tree over here, which we want to get snow textures for, and put this in the snow. And again, we didn't make the cedar tree; that was given to us again by the company. It's called Speed Tree. That's that Arc uses.
Oh wow, amazing.
Yeah. So that one obviously looks a lot better than ours because they know what they're doing. But yeah, so we want to put that in there as well. But yeah, so that's an example, and we're just working on getting them to look good. That's kind of it. I mean,
Thank you, Dave. So let me ask you, where can people find you guys? Where can people check you guys out, or support you, or maybe donate into development work, or
we don't really have any kind of donation set up because I mean, I guess we could, but we just don't really right now. We're just doing it in our free time, and the monetary value we've spent hasn't really been that much. What's really cool is that a lot of development tools like 3ds Max, Substance Painter, Designer, Unreal, they all have subscription-based models now, which make it a lot easier for people to jump in and start learning it instead of having to drop 4 or 5 grand on the software. It's like 10-20 bucks a month for each one. So it's actually not too bad, where it used to really suck if you were starting into that, because you'd have to go and drop thousands of dollars on software where you don't have to anymore, which is pretty cool. And then we already have, like I said earlier, how we play games, we already have nice computers, nice enough to do any of that work, and then we're just doing it for fun. Basically, the best way to support us is just go drop by the workshop and play the game, play the map, leave us feedback. And anything like that is always welcome. That's the best way to support us. Just kind of showing your support there.
all right. Thank you, Dave. And I am really looking forward to this map. And thank you for stopping by. And let me ask you all these questions. I'm pretty sure it took a lot of your time today.
It's all good. Like I said, it's my day off finally, so I got nothing to do. It's fun to talk about it. So usually I just am all sad and lonely, and the editor just flying around changing things. It's
Excellent.
nice to talk to people.
Excellent. Anyway, thank you. I guess I'll let you go here. I'm gonna hop off from the server. Thank you so much, and I guess I'll I really want to add this map into my server, my PvP RP server, and I'm really looking forward to this. So excited.
Very cool. Yeah, well, I'm glad you are. We that's literally the best thing for us when people are like, you know, this thing's awesome. We want to play on it because that's what we enjoy, is making something that's awesome for us to play on, and in turn that, you know, other people find enjoyment in that as well. And I think this kind of a map is gonna be really fun in Ark because, like I said, the normal Ark map is awesome. It's just different, and different's always fun. So, alrighty. Well, yeah. Thank you for having me on here. So,
No problem.
is there anything else you wanted to ask?
No, that's it. Thank you. I'm looking forward to play this map.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, don't. If you have any questions, always feel free to hit me up or anything. So.
Of course. Excellent. We'll do it.
All right, man. Well, you have a good day. All right.
All right. You too.
Thanks.
Alright guys, that's it for the showcase of Valhalla. It's a custom map coming in. You can actually check out this map on the workshop. Just go to the workshop on Ark, Survival Evolved, and just type Valhalla, and you can actually download this map and play it out right now and test it out. It's still a work in progress, and I am really looking forward to playing this map. Just look how gorgeous it is. Just look at that view. And those trees. Oh my god, it's turning me on right now. And who the hell building here? Is someone building on my test server? That just looks great. Okay, that looks amazing, not gonna lie. This looks great.